I was gonna get Chick-fil-A today, and then I realized it was Sunday, so I had to get McDonald's instead. Anyways, welcome back to Six Flags Over Georgia, day 2 for me. I was hanging out with my friend Blake yesterday, who lives in this area. Not quite a thuzy, but still, you know, kind of nerdy, so that was fun. Today I'll be meeting up with my friend Jason from the YouTube channel Coasters and Things. So it's later than I meant for it to be because, you know, Atlanta traffic hell. It's a little bit after opening, but still. I still do really like this park entrance area. It's beautiful with all the landscaping and the way the now very nice repainted Goliath kind of wraps around the whole area where everybody's driving in and everything. It's really cool to drive into the parking lot because you're passing right under Goliath around you and all this nice landscaping. It's much nicer than your typical regional theme park entrance. Okay, just entered the park. There's a sign out front that says for like Autism Awareness Month or something like that on Sundays for the first 2 hours of park operation. It's a low sensory something, so part of that is that there's no park music for the first 2 hours, which is really creepy. I walked in, I was like, something feels off. Then I read that sign, I was like, oh yeah, that's what it is. There's no music. I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that they're doing. It's just a little creepy. All right, starting the day on Georgia Scorcher. The only credit I didn't get yesterday other than Blue Hawk, but nobody cares about that.
Clear dispatch to the right. Welcome back, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the ride. That's the ride concept. Full and complete stop. You may unfasten your safety belts.
Alright, just rode Georgia Scorcher, so that was another credit for me. Last one I needed in the park other than Blue Hawk, but it doesn't look like that's going to be open this weekend. So, but yeah, no, that was actually a pretty solid stand-up coaster. It's definitely much better than Vortex, which is the only other one I've done.
Best of the old school stand-ups.
Anyways, we're going to go back row on Goliath. Looks like it has a short wait. I'm kind of dehydrated right now, but I don't see an open water filling station, so I'm going to go gray out really hard.
You might gray out in the helix, yeah.
We did Goliath back row. That was pretty incredible. We're gonna do Superman now, see if I have a more positive opinion of it than I did yesterday. For better or for worse, I went up to a water thing to get water and they were like, yeah, we don't have water here. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna gray the hell out on Superman.
I think it's all some grand scheme to make us buy water.
Yeah, because like none of the water fountains here work. And like I've gone to plenty of other parks where the water fountains work. I'm fine. I don't care about tap water. Like I will drink warm water fountain water if I have to. I just want to be hydrated. But they don't even have their water fountains turned on here.
Don't watch, just close your eyes.
right, we did Superman in the back row, and you know, I wasn't. If you watched my video yesterday, I wasn't as big on it as I thought it would be. I was okay riding in the middle. It was a lot better in the back row. Man, my hair doesn't look right today. But anyways,
Yeah. Yep. B&M
Yeah.
Flyers are their best in the back, most intense.
For sure. I still don't necessarily think I liked it better than Nighthawk. Obviously, you don't really like Nighthawk, so
Didn't like Nighthawk.
rest in peace. All right, we're gonna go ahead and eat now. I did not eat here yesterday. Their little 50s diner thingy-a-majigger. I ate right here at Firehouse Barbecue. Blake ate here, but I didn't. But now I'm going to. Oh, thank heavens! This is so much better than it was yesterday. All right, I decided to try the cheeseburger and fries here. And I got a milkshake. I've never really had a problem with dairy and heat, but we'll see if I jinx myself. You said this is what you got on opening weekend, right?
Yeah, chicken tenders and mac and cheese, and I got way too much ketchup. Way too much came out of the machine.
Okay, so the fries here are amazing. They're like seasoned like perfectly. Some of the best fries I've ever had. The burger is very whatever. It's double patty. You don't even chase the cheese, which is fine because I don't really like American cheese, but like it's like the most like bland burger I've ever had. Anyways, is yours good?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know about you all, but I can't wait to ride this new kiddie coaster. It looks fantastic. It looks like it's going to start testing soon, so I'm excited to see that. All right, we're heading into the sewers of Gotham to sneak up into the Bat Cave, because that's what you do in the sewers of Gotham, apparently. The hell is that? Batman the Ride? Well, obviously this one runs like way faster than the other ones. It's what everybody says, and I can definitely tell that that has to be the case, because that just, I don't think I've ever ridden any other coaster where it was that hard to even process what was going on, because it's just ripping through the track at an unnatural speed.
It feels like it runs twice as fast as the other Batman clones.
I'm gonna go get my our minds bended now by the Riddler or whatever. It used to just be mind bender, now it's
At least we
Riddler.
won't get our minds erased.
Yeah, so yesterday, I did enjoy it yesterday, but I feel like I need another ride to kind of like fully develop my thoughts. That's how I feel about most of the rides here. I'm like, yeah, I need to try most of these again, which is why I'm back here today. Just did Mindbender again. I like that a little bit better than the first time, but still my opinion's pretty similar. I still like that a little bit better than Olympia Looping, but then again, I only did Olympia Looping in the front, so I'm sure it would be better near the back, but it's a good ride. I just still think it's incredible what Schwarzkopf was able to pull off in the 70s compared to Aero.
Yeah.
You don't have the same inversion variety, but you have, in my opinion, much smoother track work in a lot of areas, and there are a few jolts on that, but it's still smoother than most of the Aeros I've done. And I don't know.
Keep your head back in the loops, because it will force your head back.
Yeah, you'll get a nice head bang if you don't do that. There's certainly a lot of reasons why Aero was kind of the more popular manufacturer. They had more inversion variety and that kind of thing. But again, it's just really cool what Schwarzkopf was able to pull off that Aero couldn't quite do. And unfortunately, there are just not very many Schwarzkopfs like that around anymore. So it's fun that there's one here. We should Georgia Gold Rusher. Why the hell is that good?
I agree.
Yeah,
So
see,
fantastic.
you wrote it opening weekend. Is it as good as you remembered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
You said some people were saying you were overhyping it in your review, but I don't think so.
Yeah. I gave it an 8.5 in my review. People were like, "There's no way it's that good." I'm like, yeah, I think it is.
It's some of the craziest airtime I've ever experienced. It's something. I would say that'll probably be the best new for 2025 coaster I ride, but I do think Stardust Racers will be better when I hopefully get to ride that.
Probably the
but-
best new for 2025 coaster, period.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to get on enough new for 2025 coasters this year that I can do like a top 5 of like my favorite new for 2025 coasters, because I'll have this, Wrath of Rakshasa, the Epic Universe coasters, and then hopefully I can get to Cedar Point and do Siren's Curse. That'd be the craziest year ever for me if I get to do all that.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't really do any flat rides yesterday, so we're going to do Pandemonium, which is their Zamperla Discovery. What size is it? Is it it's giant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not quite as big as the one I'll get to ride at Great America this year, but I've never done one of these, at least not a Zamperla one. I've done the Huss ones, but I know the Huss ones aren't near as good. So
These are way better than the Huss ones.
So they call this the Scream Punk District right here, but there's really not that much theming compared to like Magic Mountain's version of this. But
Even Six Flags America's version has better theming now.
that's embarrassing, isn't it? Anyways, but here's Pandemonium over here. It's very weirdly by itself now because the go-karts that used to be there are all ripped out. So there's just kind of some dirt and Pandemonium. It's one of the least shaded areas of the park, which is weird. This park's usually very shaded, and this is very open and sunny.
Before
Yeah.
this existed, this whole area was Thomastown.
Ah, gotcha. Alright, so I got this shaded part of the queue that's actually really nice and a little bit stylized. And then we have to wait in the big open in the sun switchback. Alright, Pandemonium was pretty good. First time doing a Giant Discovery. It's definitely much better than the Huss Frisbees. But we waited about 45 minutes for it there, and that was not worth it. So.
And the kids next to us were screaming bloody murder the whole time.
Oh yeah, she also kicked me a few times and then hit me in the face, so that's fun. Here's where their go-karts used to be. I showed this yesterday, but I'm interested to see what they do with this plow land here. It's just all dirt now. Yeah, the max swings are pretty fantastic. You get some great airtime, and the feeling's kind of wacky in a good way. But it's a long cycle, and it takes a long time to really get going. The first like half of the ride doesn't really do much, as it's just trying to pick up speed. Somebody had definitely been like smoking in these restrooms.
Cigarette smoke.
Dude, it's bad. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a more relaxing ride for a second.
Very
Did
much
a
so.
quick little break here with Monster Mansion, which is a really good dark ride. You really like this as well.
Hey y'all, it's time to make your best monster face, so smile for the party. 1, 2, 3.
I have no idea how Six Flags came up with a ride like this.
I know. That's a hilariously wacky dark ride in like the best way possible. I love how creative it is with all the different monsters in there that are all have such unique little things going on. Just so interesting to look at. And then you got a little bit of a story-driven part at the end with the marsh.
I've said this before, but it seriously is longer than you think it is, and it amazes me that there's a ride like this at a Six Flags park.
Yeah, because this park was never, this was built by Six Flags, the park was, so there was never a pre-Six Flags era. This is all Six Flags. Twisted Cyclone is a beautiful ride. It could use a repaint on the white wood could use a repaint, but it's still a really good looking ride. Hey look, there's some theming. Alright, we rode Twisted Cyclone just in time too, because like 2 rides after us it broke down apparently, so that's unfortunate, but good thing we got it when we did. That is a powerful little RMC. Nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about this ride, but like well, they do when they're talking about Over Georgia, but when talking about the other RMCs, people seem to forget this exists, or they like to shit on it. I think it's really good. Personally, I don't think it's too short. A lot of people complain about that. It feels like a good length to me. I don't know how you feel about it.
I like it. I think it's fine.
You're personally more of a Goliath guy. Well,
I used to be Twisted Cyclone, now I'm Goliath.
As in Goliath at Over Georgia for rides at Over Georgia. Six Flags naming all their rides at Goliath is certainly not confusing at all. But yeah, no, I think I slightly prefer Twisted Cyclone for coasters in this park, but I can totally understand anybody that would put Goliath above it, because Goliath is also fantastic and really runs unlike any of the other B&M hypers I've ridden. All right, we're about to do the log flume because we're right next to it, and it's really hot.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 80 degrees, so it could be hotter, but it feels like it's 90 right now. It really does.
It's not. I hope it's not longer than a 20-minute wait. Log flumes usually are very fast with their dispatches.
Yeah, because a lot of times they got moving stations. I don't know how this one is, but we're about to find out. I guess that's all queue space for Georgia Scorcher, maybe.
It hasn't been used in decades.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think that many people are dying to ride the stand-up here. All right, got a little bit drizzled on, which was a nice little cool off because it's very hot. I was in the back though. Jason, you were in the front. What did you get?
Kind of average.
Okay, gotcha. Man, that was a nice little cool off. It was a fun log flume. It's a really old one, and you can tell because it moves really fast through the flume in the first part of the ride. Most log flumes I find to be pretty boring up until the lift hill. A lot of times they have some cool scenery, which is always nice, so I like them to be relaxing rides. But this one actually moved at a pretty good clip there, so it was actually pretty fun even before you got to the drop, I thought. So. All right, we were just walking by this area in Joker Valley. That's unfortunate. Glad I got that one yesterday. I noticed a lot of the screens throughout the park need to be replaced. All right, we're going to ride Justice League. I was blown away by this ride yesterday, but I also just really like dynamic dark rides. That's like a thing I really like. So, anyways, we're gonna ride. I'm gonna see if I can beat Jason.
They're causing massive damage and difficult to defeat. Got more moves. Luther and Joker's captured one.
Man, Lex Luthor is totally delusional. No problem, Superman. With the help of the reserve team, we'll bust through those Lex bots and any surprises the Joker has in store for us and make our way to LexCorp. Each time you hit a target, you score points just like a video game. How cool is that? A spot. Booyah! How about we celebrate with some...
I was turned around when the picture took, but... All right, that is an unbelievably good dark ride for a regional theme park. Anyways, I won, so yay.
That was not a good round for me. That was one of the worst rounds I've ever had at Justice League.
Sounds like excuses. All right, it's gonna ride Scream Machine now, just cause. Great American Scream Machine. Yeah, I don't really feel the need to do that probably ever again. It's loud. It's kind of picturesque. It's got some nice views of the Chattahoochee River and all that, but it's not, I don't know. It's not like too bad, but like it's just rough enough to not be comfortable. It doesn't have much airtime. Just it's a very not. I don't think it's a good ride personally, but
I like it. Trust me, you didn't experience anything. For this being your first time riding it, you didn't see anything for how this ride used to run. It used to have more airtime, but jackhammer the balls out of your eyes.
People did used to call it Giant Agonizing Sadism Machine. It's not quite that anymore, but I just don't think it's a good ride. I'm sure they're just waiting until tonight after the park closes to rescue this train down here. That's funny.
They might just leave it there all week and open it.
Oh yeah, because they don't open during the week right now, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, yeah, that's a later problem. I'm pretty thirsty, but we walked to like 3 places we can't find anywhere with water, so I guess that's just the way it is right now. Most of all the soda stations we passed are blocked off, so. Anyways, we did Goliath back there, just in the middle of the train, but it was still incredible even in the middle of the train. I still grayed out pretty hard in that helix.
Yeah, I didn't gray out as hard this time as our ride earlier. I still grayed out though.
Yeah, we got about 25 minutes till the park closes, so we're gonna finish it out on Twisted Cyclone. Or should I say, ride it out on Twisted Cyclone. All right, we just got, you got 2 rides and I got 3 on Twisted Cyclone, so yeah, no, that's great. I love that. Great ride, very underrated RMC in my opinion. All I really hear about this is like, it's too short, it's weak, but I think it's really good, so. Yeah. Oh, and on that last time for me, you weren't on there. I guess because they were rushing because they were closed. They did not push down on my restraint at all. So I gave myself like a comical amount of airtime thinking they would push down, and they didn't. So I got to ride with like Air Force levels of space and the restraint there. So that's something you don't see at this park because it's usually staple hell, but.
It was way hotter today than I anticipated it being. I got a wet paper towel on the back of my neck because, sunburn, probably going to be stinging a bit tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm a little burnt as well, but hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, exiting out through the classic entry gate here. Six Flags Day. Anyways, had a good time. Solid park all around. I kind of gave most of my thoughts on the park yesterday, but thanks for joining me today, Jason.
Yeah, you're welcome. Better than Carowinds or no?
Ooh, the park?
Yeah. Overall.
Actually, that's tough, because I thought before I came here, I thought I would prefer Carowinds by a long shot. I still think I slightly prefer Carowinds, but it's much closer than I expected it to be. I'll have to think about it.
They're very comparable to each other in terms of ride lineups.
Yeah, they're very comparable in the fact that they're just kind of the textbook definitions of their respective chains. Like, this is just like a Six Flags park, and Carowinds has my main problem with Carowinds is it has very little personality. It's literally just like Cedar Fair Park, and that is the personality.
Theory is still better than anything here, but this park has a way better overall collection of coasters, I think.
I feel like I would kind of agree with that, yeah. So, although I do like Afterburn better than Batman, personally.
I do too,
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a more interesting layout, but yeah, no, overall, I'm really happy I was able to come down here. Maybe a while before I get back here. I definitely won't be back here before I move. But it's a pretty easy park to get back to with the Atlanta being a major hub airport, not too far away. So
for those of you who don't know, I had been really pushing him to get to this park for a few years now because he had been living in Tennessee all his life.
Yeah.
And he'd been to Fun Spot Atlanta 3 or 4 times and had never been here. Just what the heck?
When we were leaving the park, Jason asked me if I was going to record my outro on my couch, like I normally do. So here I am, I guess. Overall, my thoughts on the park haven't really changed that much from yesterday. I think it's a pretty solid regional theme park, a really great ride lineup with a ton of variety, both a ton of variety in the different types of coasters with so many different categories covered, but also you get 2 really awesome dark rides as well. They could do a little bit better in the flat ride department, I think. We only did one of their flat rides in Pandemonium, but still, it just feels like they could use a little bit more there. But I really like the integration into the natural terrain, and I'm really excited to see what continues to happen with the new Six Flags company there. I'm hoping they really put a lot of effort into kind of fixing up that park because it has a ton of potential, I think, both in terms of, the park itself has a lot of potential, but also the local area, the southeast, the Atlanta area has a huge potential to draw in a lot more visitors than that park is currently drawing in. I've already seen some great things happening so far, like the apparent dramatic improvement in the operations. Goliath getting repainted so it actually looks nice now. Before, I had just seen pictures of it, but it looked like one of the ugliest coasters I'd ever seen. So yeah, the new one looks really nice. I'm sure I could sit here and talk about this park for quite a while longer, but I am pretty exhausted. I probably do need to go ahead and, take a shower. It's going to feel real nice. So if Flights Over Georgia gets an approval from me, the park could still use a little bit of help in terms of just, general park appearance and stuff, but like, unless you're just somebody that hates amusement parks, I don't think you can go wrong here, at least with the way it's being operated this year. Until next time, I hope to catch a ride with you again very soon.